I gotta be real with you, okay? I watched This Is Us last night. If you watched This Is Us, let me know in the comments below. You could put a hashtag This Is Us too, because man, oh man, does that episode, does the whole show sometimes just pull at my heartstrings. But last night in particular, oh man, it was a doozy. It was a doozy. If you haven't watched it, I'm not going to spoil anything for you. But, you know, I've been very open that we just had a miscarriage this past month, and I've been doing some days great, some days not so great. I'll be real with you. And last night's episode, because there's babies in the show and there's all this different talking, it punched me in the gut. And then I couldn't sleep well. So I am feeling a wee bit peaky right now. And I want to make sure that I can feel a little bit better about myself. And this is a huge reason why I do my makeup, okay? I do my makeup. I don't work outside the home. I'm home with my kiddos. I'm home with my podcast company and stuff. And I like to put on makeup because it makes me feel better. It makes me feel pulled together, especially after this crazy year that we've just had. I want to make sure that I feel polished and pulled together. You know, so if you yourself have been feeling a little meh, I'm going to tell you, throw on some mascara, throw on a lipstick or something, and see if that helps perk you up a little bit. If you've just been wearing jammies every day, all day, I'm not going to lie, I generally wear leggings. I'll wear like a sweater or a nice top so that way I look pulled together a little bit when I'm seeing myself in the reflection, when I'm on camera, but it is all comfy when it comes down to my pants. So let's jump on in a little bit with this base face. Hey Nicole, how are you? Thanks for tuning in. I did put on some primer on my face. I'm using the mattifying primer. That's going to help kind of just like keep oils at bay. It fills in the pores, the fine lines. There's 3 different primers that I work with. Mattifying for my oily friends or for those of you with really large pores. Hydrating for those of you with drier skin. And just my regular Glorious Touch primer, which is like, it just works for everybody. I do use the hydrating primer under my eyes specifically because I'm trying to get all the hydration that's possible right there. And I'm going to do a little bit of eye primer. The cool thing with primers, because you guys are going to see me wearing it a lot, they last super, super long. Okay, you really just need like, if you're using face primer, you need about the amount of a size of a pea. And if you're using eye primer, you need like the top of a pin. Okay, really, really small so this stuff lasts too long, but it makes a tremendous difference. Primer keeps the makeup on your face or on your eyelids. So you're going to want to check that on out. I like to let it sit for a little bit. I am going to exercise later. I usually don't put on makeup before I exercise. Do you put on makeup when you exercise? I usually don't, because then I shower and I like wash off and whatever, but I'm not hardcore planning on like really hardcore sweating. The sun is out, it feels like spring, and by it feels like spring, I mean it's 41 degrees, but welcome to Rhode Island. This feels like spring to me. So I'm not planning on like working up a major sweat, but I do want to take a little bit of time to make myself feel better. Hi Katie on Instagram, good to see you. Good morning, Nicole. Thank you. You know, it just happens. It happens. We all have rough nights. And one of the things that I strive for with being present on social media is being honest. It's one of like my capstone pillars is I'm honest, right? Like I feel like a lot of people on social media, we share the highlight reel, and I'm here to be happy. I'm here for all the cat memes. I'm here for all the Bernie Sanders gloves memes. I'm here for all the happy things in life, but I also like to be real because I feel like we need to connect, especially nowadays, with realness. So that's why I share what I do. Hi Tina on Instagram. Hey Bailey, thanks so much for the hashtag hello lovely. So as I said, I am going to exercise in a little bit, and because of that, I'm going to be putting on my liquid foundation. I'm sharing a bunch of my different foundations right now just because I know that some people like have been using the same foundation for years and years and years, and they may be wanting to mix things up. So I wanted to kind of work through what foundations worked for which reasons. Hey Jenna on Instagram, how are you? Thanks for tuning in. Feel free to put hashtag hello lovely. So yesterday I wore a stick foundation. Stick foundation is a dewy finish, very hydrating. You can do light to fuller coverage. You just draw on your face and blend it out. Really creamy, great for those of you with more mature skin, those of you who have fine lines that you don't want makeup to fall into. It's a phenomenal, phenomenal product. But if you don't like dewy finish, and if you want something that feels very, very light and has more of a powder finish, you're gonna want this liquid foundation. And you know, it might feel weird to hear like liquid foundation, but powder finish. I promise there's magic in this. Hi Brittany, thanks so much for the hashtag hello lovely. I love when you guys use that hashtag. It just makes me feel all the hugs and in all the warmth. All right, so I'm going to be using my Kabuki brush. This is my favorite brush for foundations. You can literally use it with every foundation. It's a flat topped, densely packed brush. It's gonna really focus on putting that makeup in the skin. So with my Liquid Touch foundation, you can do a couple of different things. You can apply it right on the brush. You can apply it in your hands and kind of smush it all over your face. You can also apply it right on your face like the people do on Instagram, which I always think is crazy. The thing that you wanna do, it looks crazy, but whatever, it serves its purpose. It goes right in your face, right? The thing that you do want to do with the liquid foundation is shake it up. Whenever you work with a liquid or creamy based product, skincare, makeup, shake that sucker up, okay? You want those ingredients to do what they're supposed to do. I do not wear this foundation frequently, so that's why I've been shaking it up really good. It's a very, very thin consistency, okay? A thin viscosity. That's a little science word for you. So you need to mix up all the good things. There are some really cool like optical diffusers inside this foundation. So it kind of is like Photoshop in a bottle, okay? So you just take a couple of drops on your brush or on your face or in your hands and focus on the center of your face. Focus on where your discoloration or the things you're trying to work on are, and then you just blend. You swirl and blend with this one, okay? It's super, super light. I do not recommend it for super dry people. So if you have peely dry skin or if you have a lot of fine lines that show that a lot of texture, this wouldn't necessarily be the best one for you. If you do have more normal to oily skin, if you have a bit more youthful skin, if a lot of fine lines aren't your problem, this would be great for you. It's super light. Like you literally feel like there's nothing on your face, and it does dry to a powder finish. So if you like to have that matte finish, this is a good one. Thanks, Christina, that you like the twinkle lights. I like the twinkle lights too. Blake put those up for me. Gives me a little bit of magic in my room, so I appreciate it. Ginger, great to see you, my friend. How are you? Thanks for the hashtag hello. Lovely, Christina and Ginger and Teresa. Makes me just so happy. Makes me happy. It's the little hug. So you can take whatever foundation you have and also apply that onto your lid if you have discoloration, brown, pink, tones, veins, freckles on your lids. That will just kind of help cover it a little bit. If you're planning on using concealer, I would stay away from your under eyes, as you kind of want to like just put as few layers of makeup under your eyes as possible, because it's such thin skin that you really want to make sure that whatever you put on it packs a punch. All right, that's the coverage that I get from this foundation. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Medium coverage. All right, so you can still see some of my freckles, some of my age spots, but it really tones down the redness, the unevenness in my skin. And it does have a very, very light finish. So if any of you here have used this foundation, please let me know, let my friends know what you think about it. I am going to warm things up just a smidge, do a little contouring with a powder, okay? You can contour with whichever product you want with this foundation, but because it does have a powder kind of finish to it, I do like to contour a bit with powder. And I'm just using a really, really lighter shade than I usually do for contouring, because I'm just kind of warming things up a smidge. So this is the pressed powder in the shade Tweed, and you just want to choose a shade that's a few shades darker than your skin tone. Go right underneath that cheekbone, okay, right there. And then I go around my hairline. So I'm just trying to share with you this week and in my videos how different products can be used to do the same things. Yesterday I contoured with a stick foundation. You can contour with a powder. You can contour with a whole bunch of different things. Ginger says, glad I could catch this between meetings. Me too, Ginger. How many meetings do you have today? Karen, thank you for that hashtag hello lovely. So much love to you, my friend. Christina says, any way you could put what products you're using in the title? Ooh, great question, Christina. You know what I can do is I can create a link after, and I can put then a title after. I will say sometimes I don't know what I'm using when I'm writing the title, and I kind of make things up as I go. So if I get good and I know what I'm using ahead of time, I could probably put it in the title. But if not, I'll definitely put it in the links after. Would that work for you, Christina? And when it comes to color matching, if you need a foundation color match, I can do it in about 30 seconds. All I'm gonna need is a bare-faced selfie facing a window. You want natural light. You don't want artificial light, bathroom light, kitchen light, none of that. Facing a window. You can even take it in your car, but you do want to send me a bare-faced selfie, and I do want to see your neck and a little bit into your chest, as this helps me understand your undertones. Oh, good. Good. Thank you, Christina. Hi, Teresa. Hey, Blake. Christina was just complimenting your twinkle lights that you put up back there. So thank you so much. Oh, you're on Instagram and Facebook, Blake? You're all over the place. All right, so now I'm gonna add a wee bit of blush just to kind of warm things up a little bit. I'm gonna use this plum shade called Surreal. Yeah, so last night's This Is Us kicked me and Blake's butt. We are planning on podcasting about it tonight. Gotta tell you, it was a tough episode for us. Really, really, really tough episode. So because it was so tough, I had a tough time falling asleep at first, and then my kids and I gotta tell you, my kids and I, we must all be empaths with each other, because if some of us are feeling happy, we're all feeling happy. If some of us are feeling off and a little crabby or weepy, we're all that way. So the energy in the Larson household last night was just like, oh, we all needed like a sad release. So one of my kids didn't want to fall asleep last night. One of my kids did fall asleep on the floor under a chair in like a little tent. We didn't realize this until we checked on the kids later on at night. And then that one woke up in the middle of the night, like just couldn't sleep anymore. So that one ended up sleeping on the couch with Daddy. So nobody in my house slept well last night. And I decided to send the kids in an hour late today. As a teacher, I loathed that. I loathed it when parents would be like, oh, you didn't sleep well? That's okay, honey. You can go in late. Like, I'd be like, who are you? You're not prepping your kid for real life. My kids are in kindergarten and second grade. You know what they don't need? They don't need a stressful day. I don't need to ruin their day by like rushing and being like, we slept in, like the scene from Home Alone. We slept in. They don't need that. So I just let them wake up naturally. We got dressed, we were easygoing, and I did let them know. It's like, just so you guys know, we are gonna be late today for school. It is what it is. I should have put on concealer before I put on blush, but it's okay. It is what it is. I'm just gonna take a little bit of that concealer. I've got darkness on the inner portion of my eye, a little darkness down here, so I'm just gonna literally boop, boop, take my ring finger and blend that sucker out. Now my concealer, once again, I say it every time, it has skincare in it. So it's gonna help brighten and tighten and work on those fine lines. It's got caffeine inside of it. Awesome, awesome ingredients. If you do have issues with your under eyes, with physical bags, with fine lines, with just texture, things like that, hydration, you really want to start things off by getting an eye cream, and I have an excellent, excellent eye cream. But then you can use a Dynamite concealer like the one I have here. Don't go for cheapy concealers. They're just going to crease. They're going to be bad for you. They're not going to be like nourishing your skin. They're just going to kind of like cake on. What you want is a light concealer that packs a punch, is full coverage, and ideally has skincare inside of it, okay? You want it to like be a triple threat. You want it to do everything you need it done underneath your eyes. So I'm just patting with my ring finger. You can also use a damp blending bud. Hi, Caitlin Marie, how are you? Okay, and this just kind of blends it out. Hey, Rachel, hey, Tina, thanks for tuning in. So yeah, so I just took the kids in an hour late, and I want to know, have you ever done that? Because there's a little bit of mom guilt that comes into play where I'm like, oh, they missed, you know, their morning writing or something. I'm just going to do a little extra right where that deep purple is. Right where that deep purple, because this mama cried last night watching This Is Us. Yeah, I just have a little bit of the mama guilt, but then again, I only kept them at an hour. I let them sleep, and now they're going to be happier and productive at school. Because my kids, probably like all of us, if they have a rough start to the morning, it's really hard to kind of get them out of that bad mood through the rest of the day. You know, so if we're rushing, if it's literally the scene of like Home Alone where everyone's running around, eating, getting dressed, just doesn't set them up for success. And this is one of the blessings that I have, that I do work from home where, okay, we can just have a slower start, get them in. I called the school. I might be judged by the teachers today. I don't care. It's okay. What matters is me and my kids' sanity, right? So let me know if you've ever had to make that choice for yourself or for your family, where you've just said, you know what? It is what it is. We're going in late. All right, so recapping, I put primer on my face. I used my mattifying primer. I am going to be exercising it a little bit. I usually do not apply makeup before I exercise, but I wanted to do it today. I'm not planning on like hardcore sweating. I just need to move my body. It's sunny outside, so I'm planning on going for a walk. For my foundation, I used my Liquid Touch foundation. I can color match you in a jiffy. This is a very thin feeling, a thickness of liquid foundation. It dries to a powder finish. It gives you medium coverage. Great for normal to oily skin types. Those of you who don't have like super duper texture in your skin with wrinkles and stuff, this is great for you. Really, really thin product. I love it. It has some optical diffusers inside the ingredients, so it really makes you look fabulous if you have to be on Zoom. Added some warmth with some powder, added some blush, added my concealer that I should have put on before I put on my blush, but hey, such is life. Christina says, if you keep them home and let them rest, they are not a mess at school, which is better for the other students and the teacher. I agree. Rachel says, sometimes you have to accept the tardy sauce. I know, right? Christina says, how much is your Peloton? Very expensive, Christina. Very expensive. I think it was like $2,000 or something. So we bought it after I hit my most recent promotion. It was one of the presents for myself. After hitting the promotion, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. But if you don't have the desire, or finances for the full Peloton, you can actually use another stationary bike, but use the Peloton app. Like, you can pay for the Peloton app membership. It's kind of like a gym membership, and you can use it through your phone, your tablets, your computer, things like that. I know a lot of people do that, where they have like a different stationary bike that maybe they buy from a friend or Facebook Marketplace, and then they just attach a tablet to it. So the Pelotons like come with their own tablet on it. So that's that scoop. So I'm going to do a really simple eyeshadow look working with my beloved palette 3. This is my limited edition palette. It's got all these yummy, creamy, molten metallics. Do not be afraid of this if you have texture on your eyelids, if you're a bit more advanced in age and you worry about this kind of stuff. It is glorious, and it really blends out to more of a matte finish when you blend with a brush. So I like to start things off actually just by using my finger. My favorite shade in this is this kind of bronzy rose gold shade. I'm just going to apply it right on that lower lid. And I am going to use a blending brush to blend this out. So when you use it saturated, when you use your finger, it's really going to pick up and it's going to take that metallic sheen. This does not catch or crease, so if you do have a bit more texture to your upper eyelid, if it's a bit more crepey of a texture, you don't need to worry about it. These work beautifully if you wanted to use them in tandem with like a liquid eyeshadow or a pressed eyeshadow. They work so beautifully with whatever you already have. So if you have like your go-to palette where you're like, I love this, but maybe I want to add a little spice every once in a while, you grab yourself this. It does come with a mirror. And it's just going to be like perfect for when you want to add a little something, a little shine, a little mix it up. You don't need to go crazy, all right? So I'm just patting it out with my finger. Once again, when you pat with your finger, it picks up that metallic sheen a bit. And then I'm going to grab a fluffy blending brush. Do I have it? Here it is, right here. And blend out up above. I do have what is called a slightly hooded eyelid. So when I'm looking down, I can see all the eyeshadows, but when I look straight at myself, I can't always see it up here. So I bring it up a little bit above that crease, above that fold. Hey Christine, how are you on Instagram? Thanks for tuning in. So I bring it up kind of like up to my brow bone. All right. I've got a little bit more lid real estate. So if you are looking at all these eyeshadow tutorials and like don't know how to do eyeshadows, don't know how to do it with your eyelids, send me a message. Everybody's eyelid is different. The shapes, the textures, if you have a hood or not, how dramatic that hood is or not. So send me a message because I want to work with you so that you feel really confident. One of my goals is to have a whole bunch of you learn some skills during your time that you might be working from home because of the pandemic, and then emerge like a butterfly, like emerge with like dynamite makeup skills. You know how to help yourself look and feel polished. You know the best way to apply the eyeshadow to make your eyes pop. Like that's my goal for you. But I know that if your eyes don't look just like mine, we're going to tweak it a little bit. So I have a sag, and because of that sag, I need to put eyeshadow a bit more above the sag so you can see it when my eyes are actually open. I know. Christina, we miss you so much. So then I'm going to go in with this more yellow gold, just a little bit with my blending brush. When you're applying it with the blending brush, the metallic doesn't show. Okay, it magically takes the metallic shine away, and instead it deposits more of that color. So I'm going to put that right in that brow bone area. And then I'm going to blend, okay? So it's first saturated, and then back and forth, wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off. And it's going to diffuse a lot of that metallic sheen to it. So do not fear this palette, I'm telling you. If you're someone who has a lot of neutrals, if you have just your go-to colors, your same 4 colors that you work with, this is going to be really fun. And then what I'm going to do last is I'm going to take a smidge of this silver with my itty bitty pinky. Okay, just that little pop. And I'm going to pop it right here on the inner tear duct area. And that's going to catch the light. This is going to make my eyes really, really look open, look awake. Hide the fact that I was crying last night watching This Is Us. You can also put a little bit underneath your brow bone. This is going to lift your eyes. So if you have a bit of a saggy lid like I do, if gravity and age has not been the kindest friend to your eyes, I got you, boo. Here's the other cool thing. These work as excellent highlighters on your face. Highlighter is going to catch the high points of your face. So we're looking bridge of nose, maybe tip of nose, upper like ocular bone right here, your under your brow, on your cupid's bow, this little V of your lip, and even on your chin, just where the light would naturally hit. You can use your finger or you can use that fluffy brush. And I'm actually going to do this yellowy gold color for my highlight. I frequently do that little silver one, but I'm gonna mix things up because it's already here. So I'm gonna go right here on that high point of my cheekbone, and when you do a highlight, it just makes your skin look super dewy and youthful. This is one of my biggest tips to people, is start to highlight, especially if you just want to, like, I don't know, look like you had a facial or whatever. I mean, go get a facial, go take care of yourself, but this just like gives you that extra little glow. Rachel says that she totally cried too. It was such a good one. It was so good, but it was like a little too real and raw for me right now, Rachel, because of the miscarriage. So I just like left, and I left Blake on the couch. I was like, once the episode was done, I was like, I gotta go to bed. I gotta digest this. Putting a little bit on my cupid's bow. Tina says, I'm watching tonight, then listening to your podcast after. Can't wait. Okay, so I didn't spoil anything. Don't worry, Tina, but as you know, they've been having babies. So that's, you know, there were just talks of things, and I kind of almost forget that the character Rebecca lost one of her triplets. You know what I mean? Like, we're just so used to the big three that we kind of forget that, you know, she has to mourn the loss of one of her babies that she carried. So it was heavy. It was heavy. Do you guys see the highlight? So I'm telling you, I put on my makeup, not for anybody else. I put it on for me. I put it on for me because some days I need a pick-me-up. Some days I want to feel a little more polished. Some days I don't want to look in the mirror and see the pandemic fatigue written all over my face. See that I cried, thank you, This Is Us. Oh my goodness gracious. I want to look as fabulous as I know I am. I know I'm fabulous. I know that I am like a dynamite mom. I know that I have a lot of great things in me, but sometimes, you know, whether it's the pandemic or things in your life or TV shows, they can kind of make you feel a little meh, which is okay. I'm all about feeling the feelings, but I don't want to look like that all the time. So that's why I do my makeup. That is why I do my makeup. Why do you guys do your makeup? It is a very versatile palette. Yes, Tina, and that's why I'm telling everybody it's limited edition. So when it's gone, it's gone. It's available on sale this month. You can get this eyeshadow palette on my website by itself, or you can get it in a bundle where you get 20% off. It's just super great. You can get it with mascara and an eyeliner. You name it, it's got you covered. So I am going to quickly add a little bit of eyeliner. I'm going to actually tight line. So I'm taking my black liner, just my black pencil liner, and tight lining is a great skill for those of you who have hooded eyes, slightly hooded eyes, wear glasses, or just want your eyes to look a little bit bigger, but you do want that definition. So the purpose of eyeliner is generally to thicken the base of your eyelashes, to make the base of your eyelashes look thicker and fuller. You can achieve a lot of this by using a really great mascara, but what I'm doing is I'm coloring on that skin that is right in between all those lashes. I'm filling it all in. You know those people who have like naturally thick lashes? It's almost like they have double the amount of lashes on their eyeball. That's what I'm trying to emulate. That's what I'm trying to do. And it also is just coloring in right in that skin between the lashes and the eyeball. You can either hold your lashes the way that I did, or if you get used to it, you can do this and you just like wiggle it in. That's like next level. Rachel said, I immediately thought of you at that part. I know, my heart broke. My heart broke, Rachel. Nicole says, I feel like I have more energy when I do my makeup and generally just get more done when I feel put together. I know, it's crazy. I do laugh when I think about the teachers at drop off and pick up because they see me. I don't usually do my makeup before drop off. Okay, I'll be real. I'm the girl that like either I just kind of like throw on some clothes, get my kids out the door, and then I come home and I do my makeup, or I like exercise, I shower, and I drop the kids off, still no makeup on, and then when I come get them in the afternoon, depending upon what kind of makeup videos I do, I'm like a completely different person, and I feel like a movie star, especially if I have my sunglasses on. And they can't even see my makeup. I'm thinking, and I've got my mask on, and I'm like, they don't even know. They don't even know how fabulous I look right now, but I feel fierce. It's like Beyonce. I put on my makeup and I become Sasha Fierce. I just feel like I become someone different, and I kind of love it. So, tight lined my eyes, okay? It really thickened up the base of that eyeliner look right there. Fabulous. Love it. Makes such a huge difference for me. I'm gonna add some Lash Primer. This is not white mascara, this is Lash Primer. This is your push-up bra for your lashes. It takes whatever mascara you like or love and takes it to the next level. It is also a deep daily conditioning treatment, okay? So your eyelashes are hair, just like the hair on your head. If you spend a lot of money to condition your hair, if you go get your hair done, if you go get your split ends taken care of, and you love the way you look with eyelashes, I want you to get a Lash Primer, okay? It is hair, and it needs to be cared for, my darlings. Needs to be cared for. Taking my 4D Fiber Lash Mascara. This is dramatic. This is volume. This is my favorite for friends who wear glasses. You really want to pump up the volume. When you wear glasses, you want to pump up your lash volume. So these have itty bitty. Oh, this is the purple one. I'm not doing purple. I gotta tell you what. Gotta put that one over here so it doesn't. That would have been a different look. Very different than I'm going for. Itty bitty fibers are mixed into this mascara. When you open your wand, do not pump it. Okay? You take it, and if you want, you can gently kind of swirl as it comes out. Do not pull it quickly. If you pull it quickly, you're going to get a whole bunch of goopiness on your wand. Pull it nice and slowly, and if you want, just wiggle just a little as it comes out. Do not take it and scrape it on the edge of your tube, because you want to know what happens. If you scrape it on the edge of your tube, you're depositing a lot of mascara there. That's just going to dry out, and every time you pull it out, it's perfect, it's perfect, it's perfect. What does it get at the end? Your dried, goopy mascara. Not great, Bob. Not great, Bob. All right, tell me if any of you have done that before, either pumped or scraped. And have you changed that habit since you've been watching your Minute with Mary videos? I want to know. Rachel says, I do my makeup for funsies. There was a time when I wouldn't go in public without makeup because I worried that people would think less of me, and now I embrace the no makeup days, and when I do my makeup, I just have fun with it. Yes, 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 yes. You do not need to put on makeup for anybody else, okay? You are beautiful the way you are, beautiful the way you are created. Put on the makeup for you. Put on the makeup to feel creative. Put on the makeup if there's something that is bothering you, if you feel like, you know, you got a pimple or dark under eye circles, so that way when you look in the mirror, you are a reflection of you, but maybe a you that maybe slept a little well, you know? Do it for you. Do it for you. You are beautiful just the way you are. But if you want to have a little fun, a little creativity, and if it makes you feel better, do it. If it doesn't make you feel better, if you get frustrated, don't do it. But if you don't know what you're doing and that's why you're frustrated, that's what I'm here for. Okay? I'm here to help you build confidence in your makeup skills if it's something that you want. That's what I'm here for. Okay? I got you. I'm here to help you. And no joke, if you watch these eyeshadow tutorials and you don't know how to do it on you, I'm here to help you. Okay? Send me a message. I'm literally just like a normal human being. I'm going to add another layer of this just on the tips of my lashes. I'm just a normal mom, chilling, doing my thing. And this is one of the ways that I support my family, okay, between podcasting and this, and it really, truly, I do this from my heart. I want you to feel fabulous. Even if you don't buy makeup from me, if you have makeup that you bought at home, but you like to watch my videos and you want a little bit of help, I got you, okay? I really want you to message me. I am here for you. I started to do this because I wasn't feeling good, I wasn't confident in my skills, and it's made a huge difference. Speaking of huge difference, let's add a little lippy. Let's add a little lippy. Let me know, should I do a neutral lippy? Or should I do a bold lippy? Neutral or bold? I am not going anywhere. I'm not going to Target, not going food shopping. I'm just home. Do you want to see a neutral or a bold lippy? Whatever the first vote is, I will do. I'm checking out on Instagram, checking out on Facebook. Gonna take a sip of my coffee. You let me know. I do need to do some Rebecca Pearson This Is Us inspired makeup looks, so that's for sure. Nobody wants to tell me what they want, if they want neutral or bold lippies. Hi, Antonia. Thank you for tuning in. Nicole says neutral. Oh, and Allison says bold. Sorry, Allison. We got a neutral first, my friend. All right. Neutral, neutral, neutral. This is my favorite neutral. It comes actually inside my beauty box. If you wanted to join my team, this comes inside of it, along with the eye cream, along with my mascaras and my lash primer. If you wanted to give it a go, most people on my team do not go live. They run their business in a very different way, which is totally okay. It's a choose your own adventure. But I love this shade, or you can grab it just on my website. It's called Easy Street. It's a matte, it's super nourishing, feels like almost like a chapstick on my lips. And what I love about this is I can wear it and it stays on my lips all day and it won't get on my mask. If I put my mask on right now, it would, but if I blot it or if I just kind of go about the day and let it set a little bit, it won't get on my mask later. Not on my feed. Oh no. Sorry, Allison. Sorry, next time. Next time. I'll do a bold for you next time, Allison, I promise. So this is the look. Super easy. I'll run through quickly what products it was that I used. I used primer on my face. I did a mattifying primer as the base, filled in the pores, fine lines, holds onto my makeup. It's also going to keep shine at bay as I am going to be exercising in a little bit. For my foundation, I did my Liquid Touch foundation. If you need to be color matched, send me a message with a bare-faced selfie that also shows your neck and your chest facing a window. You can even take it in the car, but don't have makeup on, okay? Not artificial lighting, not your bathroom, not your kitchen. Face a window, hold the mirror, hold the phone between you and the window, and I will be able to color match you in a jiffy. This is a powder finish, which is why I chose it for today. Then I went in and I warmed up my face, did a little contouring just with a bit of a pressed powder. Super easy to keep that powder finish. Added some concealer, added a little blush. Then I went into the eyes with the beloved palette volume 3 limited edition. If you want it, Minute with Mary, you got to grab it. Okay, has these 6 molten metallic shadows that are creamy, don't crease, great for all eye types. Absolutely amazing, especially as like a booster for the current eyeshadows that you have. This will take the game up so many levels. I used this shade mostly right here, and then in the upper brow bone I used this shade, and then as the little pop in the center and upper brow highlight I used this silver shade. I went back with this more like yellow gold shade for my highlight. So on my upper cheekbone, down my nose, on my Cupid's bow. Really, really great versatile palette. You can also use this one right here for a little bit of blush or on your lips. Absolutely love it. Then I added a little bit of eyeliner to tight line my upper lashes. I went in with my Lash Primer, which everybody needs. I'm telling you, so good. And then I ended with my 4D Fiber Lash Mascara to add that drama and volume. I am not doing my lower lashes today. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Today is a dope day. It's all good. And lastly, I ended up with my new matte lipstick in the shade Easy Street. If you enjoyed this video, let me know. Throw a little heart in the comments below. I really appreciate it. As I said, if you ever have any questions whatsoever, please just shoot me a message. You're never inconveniencing me. I actually sit there and it makes me feel good. Or if you want to just send me a message and say, I really liked this look, please do more of them. Or I want you to try this look. I want to learn how to do this skill. This is what I'm here for. I'm here to serve you. I hope you have a beautiful day. If This Is Us punched you in the gut, know that we're going to be talking about it live tonight at about 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Marian Blake Media Facebook and Instagram and YouTube pages. Lot to discuss. As I said, it was a little rough for me and my family, as a lot of it hit home, but that's what that show's about. That's why we call our podcast This Is Us Too, because so many of us can relate to situations that go on in that show, and it's okay to feel feelings. Okay, well, I hope you all have a great day. Oh, I didn't even seal it. I didn't seal my look in. I didn't set it. Good thing I finished. Good thing I'm going to do setting spray. It's going to lock this all in place. You can do powder or spray. Look at this. I look crazy, right? It looks like I walked through the rainforest. The cool thing with setting spray is it dries to whatever finish you had. If you had a dewy finish, it will continue your dewy finish. If it had a powder finish, you can continue to have a powder finish. If you wanted to really diffuse the look of your pores a bit more, I would say use setting powder. If you're more of an oily complexion, I would use setting powder. All right, you can do whatever you want. The world is your oyster when it comes to makeup. So this, as I said, it's gonna dry to my powder finish. Oh, check out that highlight. Dang, it's so good. Thank you for the hearts, Allison, Nicole, Karen, and Brittany. Thank you so much, Tina, for complimenting the look. I love you all. Have a blessed day. Have a happy Wednesday, and I will talk with you soon. Bye.